There's been so many beautiful, lovely, amazing, heartfelt comments on my videos. It's just really inspiring me to continue. The purpose of doing these is just to be of assistance to others, and it just really feels lovely to be of service. So thank you everybody for your comments, and yeah, it's just wonderful to know that we're all connected and that we're all there, just shining our light and being our heart-based selves. Such a beautiful thing. And somebody commented about how their body doesn't lie, and I thought, yes, that's something that I use a lot with clients and with myself. And we often overlook our body's intelligence, and kind of, because we're so focused in our minds, that we just kind of override what the body's saying in lots of ways, but also with our intuitive knowing. And there is a really simple thing that can be done to ask the body questions that bypasses the mind, and the body will give you the answers. And I call it the body pendulum. You might have heard of it before. It's just a form of kinesiology where you use the whole body to answer the questions. You can do it in other ways, but I tend to like this one best. So I thought I'd talk you through that today, if it's of assistance, and I'd love to hear your comments if you do this afterwards. So something that I do is I just stand facing north, so you can find out where north is by looking at a compass on your phone or just a normal compass. I actually tend to know which way north is because my body tells me, so you might find that you have that ability too. It's quite interesting. So once you find you're facing north, stand straight, shoulders back and down, equal weight on the feet hip width apart, so that you're really stable. And then you can imagine roots growing out through the bottom of your feet, anchoring you into the ground. And just take a moment there. Take a slow breath in. And just exhale out any tension. And then you can close the eyes if it feels comfortable. And what will happen is when we go through this, your body naturally moves in response to truth and alignment. And we're going to check your energetic organisation and bring it back to harmony with this process. So what you can do now, with your eyes closed and feeling stable and grounded, is you can just gently in your mind ask your body to show you a yes. And just notice if the body makes any sort of movement. And then you can ask your body to show me a no. And just really notice any movement there. So you should notice that the body moves forwards for a yes, and it moves slightly backwards for a no. And if this isn't the case, it might be that you're what I call reverse organised, which will just, before we move on to the next bit, in case you are reversed organised, we're just going to bring your field back into normal alignment. So if you're somebody who's moving backwards for yes, I want you to place your hands over your heart and just breathe. Imagine a golden light through your central channel, and just say in your mind over and over, my forward is yes, my forward is yes, my forward is yes. And continue to say this until you start to sway forwards. And then you can recheck, ask the body to show me a yes. Now you might need to spend a bit longer doing that process in order to move forwards. Sometimes if we've had something shocking happen, something difficult, then it can tip our whole energetic field off balance. So you might need to spend a bit longer on that point. But if you're now moving forward for yes, you can then maybe move through a few questions. And obviously you can ask your body any yes and no questions. And some useful ones I find that I use with myself are, am I fully grounded and present in my body right now? And just notice, yes or no. Is my energy currently centered in my heart? Again, just notice. Am I holding onto any emotions that are not mine? And this is really crucial for people that are sensitive, because it's difficult sometimes to understand what's yours and what's another's. Is my nervous system in a balanced parasympathetic state? Is there any part of me in fight, flight, or freeze right now? Am I open to receiving support? Am I open to receiving love? Am I open to receiving abundance? Is there anything in my energetic field that is ready to be released today? Is there anything blocking my clarity or intuition? Now, once you've gone through those questions, if there is one of those that is a testing positive, so maybe it's, is there something to be released today, and it's a yes, then you can then pause and just go through this energetic clearing with that question. So let's just do that now. So while still standing there, just take a slow, deep breath into your heart space. And exhale consciously any energy that is not yours. Now imagine that stream of gold, white light flowing down from above your head, this intelligent light. And just ask this light to clear away all that's not in resonance with your true self. And whatever question it is, you can say, I now release any emotions that are not mine. I now move my body out of fight, flight, or freeze. I am now open to receiving support. Whatever it is, you can just go back to that question that was a sticking point, and you can just ask that that is released. Now just breathe in light to your whole field, front, back, left, right, above and below. And just with a commanding presence, just ask that that now is resolved, released. And then once you've done that, you can just retest the same question. So just ask the body again, whichever question it was that was a sticking point. Is there any energy ready to be released today, or whatever it is that was the question? And just see if there is a different answer. If not, you can go back to allowing that light to move through you and commanding that that light resolves that sticking point. Once they're cleared, you can just now gently anchor into this new balanced space, place a hand on your heart, say quietly in your mind, I am back in my body, I am safe, I am home, my energy field has been recalibrated. And then just notice how your energy feels now. Notice if it feels more centered, if it feels lighter, clearer. And that's just a small insight into how the body shows you how responsive it really is. And it was the start for me of having a really more kind of cooperative and supportive relationship with my body. But obviously you can use this to ask any intuitive questions. You could maybe ask, what energy would serve me most to embody right now? Peace, joy, trust, or love. And then you could go about your day really embodying that energy. Or something I also like to do is, whichever one that is, imagine it's love, but my body could do with embodying more love. You can then stand there and you can summon the energy of love on the inhale. So really imagine summoning the energy of love and breathe it in. Hold it at the top of the breath. Really feel it in your body. And then on the exhale, imagine sending that love to every single cell of the body, the whole body, all of the trillions of cells, the nervous system, the muscles, the bones, and then watch it ripple out into your energetic field. And then obviously you can retest. Am I embodying more love? So a really simple, beautiful way to feel lighter, more grounded, and more in yourself, and being more energetically open. So I really hope that helps somebody today, and I'd really love to hear your comments. And yes, it's great to connect with people on here. So thank you so much for your comments. Thanks for your time, and have the most beautiful day. Sending lots of love.